Hi everyone, I'm JT Pilot, and today I'll be making another my airplane review. This time I'm reviewing the highly anticipated NG-Models British Airways Boeing 777-200ER 1/4 scale die-cast model. And yes, today I received this model along with the United Star Wars 747-Andrew, which you should have seen the review by now, should have been posted by now. And yes, this model is just flat out amazing. NG-Models really nailed this model. This model does have one slight issue though. This model did come missing an antenna. I do have the antenna, I just have to put it back in. But other than that, this model is just perfect. And yeah, this has been a long needed model just because it's been a long time since Gemini has last done this model. It's been a couple years ago since it last done this model. British Airways sends these 777s all sorts of places in the United States, so I just had to get it. So yeah, so this was a must buy for me. And yeah, so I'm just one step closer to complete my BA fleet. I have the A350, 787-10, another 777-200. All I need now is the 787-8 and 787-9, and I'll be complete on what BA models I really want for my collection. So yes, NG-Models really nailed this model. Their new 777 mold is amazing. And yes, this model is just as great as the United Star Alliance 777. They're almost identical models. Just deliveries are different on these models. And yes, NG-Models just really nailed this model. It's just flat amazing. That's all I gotta say. And yeah, so in case you're new to my channel, like the first welcome to my channel. And yeah, so if you need these reviews, I should say, So I first reviewed the box of this model, then I reviewed the model itself, and at the end of the video, I'll be scoring this model with my highly accredited JT score. And yes, this model did pretty well on that scoring metric. It almost received the perfect score, but there's a couple of slight issues I do have to address. So yeah, so nonetheless, let's start off with the box of this model. Alright, so proceeding on to the box of this beautiful NG model. Yeah, so this box, so I don't have the other 777 they released along with this. They released the British Airways Boeing 777-200 and the Fictional Rose livery. So this is the regular livery, but they did do the Fictional Rose livery, which basically has a little rose on the tail, which is part of their Utopia project. So yeah, so this box would go right along with the other box. The other box would go here to create a beautiful artwork. But unfortunately, we just have one model, so I can't really afford to get both. So yeah, so you have the Boeing 777-200 tiles, and yeah, so this box captures the whole BA tail perfectly. This is looking fine, amazing. So you have the computer image of the aircraft. And most notably, this is missing the crown on the aircraft, which is very unfortunate that NG-Models did not include the crown right next to the logo. I did look up some photos of this aircraft, and yes, in real life, it does have the crown with the tiles. Because I looked at plane spotters, I looked at jet photos for that. So yeah, NG-Models is missing that detail. Pretty unfortunate. Yeah, so this model, basically that's all that's wrong with this model is the crown's missing and some QC issues, but we'll get to the QC issues in a little bit. Then on the bottom of the box, you have the British Airways logo right there. Here are the British Airways tiles here with the registration. The registration is Golf Victor Indigo Yankee. Here are the Boeing licensed products on the bottom left, and here are the NG-Models logo right there. So here at the bottom of the box, here are the Boeing 777-200 tiles. Here are the Boeing 777-200 computer image right there, NG-Models logo. Here are the item number and the barcode. The item number is 72008, so NG-Models 8th 777-200. And I believe they only released two of them. They only released three 777-200. Actually, they only released 4 777-200 so far. They have done the United Star Alliance. They've done the 2 British Airways and the China Airlines Cargo 777F. So there's still four more that they have to do according to the item number there. So here's the British Airways logo right there. Here's the NG-Models logo. Here at the top of the box right here, the computer image once again. Here the left side of the box with a little dent. The box this model came in was pretty destroyed. That's all I gotta really say. But yeah, that's the post office for you. They really destroyed the box. So that's why this model came with the missing antenna. Most likely, nothing that it's not NG's fault. So here are the computer images of the aircraft. Here are the NG-Models social medias right here. Highly recommend to follow their Instagram account just because they have a bunch of release news. And they have great customer service over at NG. They do follow me on Instagram, which makes me feel special, you know. I'm glad they follow me on Instagram. Yeah, they're such an amazing company. They listen to their customers. They release models we actually want. Unlike Gemini Jets, who decides to block me on Instagram and not release models we really want. They've done some models we want over at Gemini, but NG-Models, they're just far superior. So here's the item number once again, which is 72008. Here are the warning labels right there. And here are the made in China tiles right there. So that's it for the box of this model. Let's move on to the model itself. Alright, so moving on to the model itself. And man, this model is just flat out amazing besides some slight issues, which we'll get to. So zooming on into the nose of this model. So start with the nose of the beautiful British Airways 777-200. And man, NG-Models really nailed the nose shape. This is perfect on this model. Nothing wrong with it. The cockpit windows are a great size. The nose has a perfect shape and everything. And yeah, so here are the cockpit windows there. Here are the nose cone right there. And then this one does have some white lines, and then right here we have some pitot tubes right there. There's supposed to be a little bit more gray lines in there, so engine wells did not include that detail. Pretty unfortunate, but it's so hard to see the gray lines, but I just still have to mention that. So there's supposed to be like a little box around the pitot tubes, but yeah, this is a minor detail though. So here we have the nose landing gear right there. Here we have the L1 door, the One World logo right there. Here are the British Airways tires right there, looking fine and amazing. Here we have the L2 door right there, and then right here where it's blank right here, it's supposed to be a crown right next to the British Airways logo. And yes, engine wells did not include the crown on this model. Pretty unfortunate. They were about to do similar thing with the KLM until we caught that. So yeah, so that's pretty unfortunate. So I don't know why engine wells did not include that on their model. So pretty unfortunate. So we're seeing onto the middle portion of the model. So the middle portion here, I have the top of the wing right here. No emergency escape doors on the no emergency escape doors or emergency escape paths on the winglets. Just because the doors on the small are in a different configuration than like a normal 747. So here we have the beautiful wing on the small, no wing flex or anything. The wing's looking fine and amazing. Here's the wing once again. Here we have the engines right here, looking fine and amazing. I believe these are the G-90s. I may be wrong on that. Then moving on to the backside of the aircraft. So here the L3 door. Then here the L4 door and the beautiful British Airways tail, looking flat out amazing. And yes, so here the registration on this aircraft. The registration is Golf Victor Indigo Yankee. So here the L4 door, and here the beautiful British Airways tail, super vibrant, and engine wells just nailed this portion of this model. Now we get some shots of the left side of this model now, and then we'll proceed on to the back portion of this model. So yeah, so far looking flat out amazing NG models, and yeah. Alright, so proceeding on to the back portion of this model, and here are the back portion of this model. So here are the vertical stabilizers and horizontal stabilizers. These are looking perfect. Here are the APU on this model, which is also looking perfect. And then here we have the back portion of the wings and the engines. All of this is looking perfect, and engine wells really nailed the back portion of this aircraft. Alright, so proceeding on to the bottom portion of this aircraft. So here are the APU down there. Here we have the wing landing gear right there. One of these wheels did come off though, so pretty unfortunate, as you see right there. So here are the stand holder right there. And then here we have the nose landing gear, all looking fine amazing. Alright, so proceeding on to the front of this model, and man, the front of the model looks flat amazing. This looks like a real life 777. It's just perfect. That's all I gotta say is it's perfect. So here at the inside of the G90 engines, those are looking fine amazing. And here are the cockpit windows in your center looking fine amazing. And yeah, and here are the front view of the wings. The wings have no wing flex to them. They're perfect. Perfect shape and everything. And yeah. Alright, so moving on to the right side of this beautiful model aircraft. So yeah, so this side is the same size as we already reviewed, but this time is the R1, R2, R3, and R4 door right there. And it has the baggage hold. So the first baggage hold, the first baggage hold right there below the British Airways titles. And then here we have the second baggage hold back there. Then we get some final shots of the right side of this model aircraft. Then I'll be concluding this model airplane review for you guys. And yeah, this model is just flat out amazing. It really is. It's just flat out amazing. So yeah. Man, what a beautiful model. Alright, folks, so that's conclude this model airplane review. And yes, this model is just flat out amazing, like I said several times in the video. It's just going to be such a well-used asset in my airport update. So now let's move on to the JT score, which is my highly credited score, which consists of 11 categories, where I score every aspect of this model. And yeah, so starting with the first category, which is the fuselage on this model. The fuselage on this model is just perfect. Nothing wrong with it. Perfect shape, perfect width, and everything. So the fuselage engine models, we're receiving a 10 out of 10 for this model. Moving on to the next category, which is the nose on this model. The nose is perfect on this model, great shape and everything. It looks like a real-life 777, which makes the nose even better. So for the nose, engine models are receiving a 10 out of 10. Moving on to the next category, which is the wings on this model. The wings are perfect size and everything. They're perfectly angled, so engine models are receiving a 10 out of 10. Moving on to the next category, which is the landing gears on this model. So the landing gears are perfect on this model. They roll well. They have, they're well detailed, and yeah, they look like real-life 777 landing gear. One landing gear wheels did come off though, so that is a issue, but that is more of a QC issue, not an issue of the gear itself. For the landing gear, they're receiving a 10 out of 10. Moving on to the next category, which is the engines on this model. The engines are perfect, great shape and everything. Some people have been complaining about the engine size being too big, but on this model, they're not too big. That was really an issue only on the Cafe 777. So yeah, so for the engines on this model, engine models are receiving a 10 out of 10. So for the details on this model, engine models will be receiving a 9 out of 10. That's because they're missing the crown on this model, and those pitot tube lines are also missing, those are really unfortunate details for engine models to miss out, because engine models is well known for their details. So engine models are only receiving a 9 out of 10 for details on this model. Moving on to the next category, which is the livery on this model. The livery is perfect. It's vibrant. It's well accurate, and yeah, the blue's accurate. So everything on this livery is perfect. So for the livery, Engine is receiving a 10 out of 10. Moving on to the next category, which is the aerials on this model. So the aerials are perfect on this model, besides the one antenna missing up there, but that's more of a QC issue. So the aerials, Engine is receiving a 10 out of 10. Perfect amount of antennas and everything. They got a Wi-Fi box, and yeah. And moving on to the final category, which is our final two categories, which is the quality control on this model. So the quality control, not really good on this model. So Engine are only receiving a 3 out of 5 for that, just because the antenna is missing and the landing gear did fall off. And yeah, the antennas are such a pain to put back on the model. So yeah, it's just unfortunate. So QC Engine are only receiving a 3 out of 5 on this model. Everything else is intact on this model. I did do a QC check on everything else. So yeah, moving on to the next category, which is the collectability on this model. So the collectability, it's in well demand. Gemini hasn't done a release of this in a while, and I believe Phoenix has done a release recently, but I believe all those versions are fairly rare. So this has been a pretty well needed model. So the collectability receiving a 5 out of 5. So the final score on this one is a 97% or A plus, a 97% out 97 out of 100. So Engine really did nail this model, and I highly recommend purchasing it. Just be aware that that crown detail is missing, and this model could come broken just because Engine has to work out the kinks on a new 777 mold. So yeah, so I am JT Pilot. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching this video, and have a wonderful day.